Hi everyone, I'm Shannon and welcome to today's video. So I am back with another best and worst cruise staterooms, and today we're talking about the Symphony of the Seas. So the Symphony of the Seas is the fourth in the Oasis class on Royal Caribbean. So she was built in 2018, so she's just 4 years old. My family and I actually went on her in 2019. It was my son's first Royal Caribbean cruise. There are 2,745 staterooms, 17 decks, and 10 of those have staterooms. So if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I use the website cruisestateroom.com. It is a website that pretty much has the deck plans of every cruise ship imaginable, not just Royal Caribbean, but every cruise ship. And it allows you to go deck by deck and take a look at all the different staterooms. And sometimes people have submitted pictures or videos of these specific staterooms, so you can actually look at that specific stateroom that you're looking at. Now, for the most part, if it's just a regular balcony and maybe there's no pictures or videos, there's one that's 2 doors down, it's going to look very similar. However, occasionally there's those unique staterooms. Maybe it's a corner, maybe it's a family stateroom. Those are the ones that I think are special and that you maybe get the most bang for your buck. And that's what this video is about. It's one, where would I choose to book a stateroom? So I do give my advice on where I would book. A lot of that is personal preference, but then also looking for those special staterooms, one that might have an extra large balcony or an extra, some extra space. That's what I'm really looking at. So that's what I'm going to be using, cruisestateroom.com. Now, as far as the basics of where to choose a stateroom, there's a lot of videos out there. So that's what this video is not. It's not, the basics. I would say take a look into a YouTube search. That will help you. Again, I'm looking specifically at the Symphony of the Seas and going category by category. I do recommend, if you are interested in Royal Caribbean specifically, definitely check out Royal Caribbean blog. Really great YouTube channel. Also has a blog. That's what it started as well as a podcast, but a lot of great information. He also has a live Q&A every Monday night at 7:30, so definitely check him out. And also, if you are looking to book a cruise, make sure you use a travel agent. I cannot emphasize that enough. You're really not going to save anything booking directly through Royal Caribbean, but you could save some money by booking through a travel agent, and you might even get an onboard credit. But the real reason why you want to book through a travel agent is because if there's any issues that come up, they're going to handle it for you, especially in the world that we live in today. Cruises are sometimes canceled at the last minute, or policies changes, anything, they're going to handle it for you. So any problems, they're going to help, you. I do use the travel agent, Touring Plans Travel. I will post their link below. Royal Caribbean blog works with MEI Travel, so that's another great travel agent, as well as the YouTube channel La Lido Loca. They also have a travel agency, so you might want to check them out as well. And there's also a great group on Facebook. It's Royal Caribbean Moms at Sea, and it is run by a woman named Jamie. She's a travel agent who focuses on Royal Caribbean, but also focuses on travel for families. So I'm going to post links to all of those below. But again, I'm not recommending one over the other, but I do recommend just booking with a travel agent. Now, when I go through the website, I will be starting with the most expensive stateroom all the way down to the lowest, which is usually the inside interior staterooms. I'm going to go category by category. Now, if you can't afford anything more than a balcony, all you need to do is look in the description box. There will be timestamps, and you can just see the first balcony stateroom. There will be a time. You can click on that, and it'll bring you to that section. So that way you can just skip through all the talk about, suites. Same things goes for any of the categories. I will break it up because there are a lot of different categories on the Oasis Class ships. So I do the timestamps. That way you don't have to waste your time. This video is going to be long, but I do look at every single category, and I do try, if there aren't any, special unique staterooms, I do say, well, if I were to book, this is where I would book. But again, a lot of that is just personal preference. But let's get into all the different categories on the the Symphony of the Seas. So first up, there is the Ultimate Family Suite. There's only one of them. It is 1,134 square feet. It's on deck 17. Then there is a 4-bedroom family suite, 1,142 square feet on deck 12. The Royal Loft Suite, 1,524 square feet on deck 17. And there's only one of them. The Star Loft Suite, 2 of them, 722 square feet, deck 17. The Aqua Theater Suite, 2 bedrooms, 739 square feet, decks 8, 9, and 10, and there's 6 of them. Then there's the Aqua Theater Suite, 1 bedroom, 6 of them, 562 square feet, decks 11, 12, and 14. The Crown Loft Suites, 29 of them, 545 square feet, deck 17. The Owner Suite, 10 of them, 556, and they are on decks 10, 11, and 14. The Grand Suite, 2 bedroom, there's 4, 580 square feet, decks 9 and 10. Grand Suite, 1 bedroom, there are 42, 371 square feet, and they are on decks 6 through 14. The Junior Suites, 86 of them, 287 square feet, again, decks 6 through 14. Then there are the family balconies. The family balconies are unique staterooms. There's only 5 of them, but they are going to sleep up to 6. So these are one of those special staterooms. They are going to sleep up to 6, and they're also going to have bunk beds. So they're going to have the regular, king bed, the pull-out, and then bunk beds. These are really great staterooms, so definitely take a look if you are a family. They are only 5 of them. They're 271 square feet, and they are on deck 11. Then there are the Spacious balconies, 1,288 of them. They are 182 square feet. They are on decks 6 through 14. Then there are the Boardwalk and Central Park balconies, 477 of them, 182 square feet. They are on decks 8 through 14. The ultra spacious Oceanview, 8 of them. Again, this is one of those special staterooms that's going to sleep 6, that's going to have those bunk beds. They're 271 square feet, and they are on deck 11. Then there are the Boardwalk and Central Park View. Now these are just Ocean View. They're 78, and they are 199 square feet on deck 9. Now, if you notice that these are Ocean View, they don't have a balcony. However, they are 17 square feet larger than the standard Boardwalk and Central Park View with the balcony. So if you prefer a little bit of space and don't necessarily need a balcony, maybe you want to look at this category. Then there are the Ocean View, 180 of them, decks 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and they are 179 square feet. Then there are the family interior. Again, special stateroom, sleeps up to 6, has those bunk beds, and it is interior. There's only 4 of them, 260 square feet on deck 11. The Promenade View interior, 18 of them, 194 square feet, deck 7. And then the interior staterooms, there's 498, and they are 172 square feet, and pretty much they're on every deck, decks 3 and then 6 through 14. So now let's go ahead and head to cruisestateroom.com and look at the best and worst staterooms on the Symphony of the Seas. Okay, so we are back at cruisestateroom.com, and we're going to go down to look for the Symphony of the Seas. And we are now here at the page. And we're going to start with the suites on deck 17. So the first you'll see is this Ultimate Family Suite. This was the first ship that had this Ultimate Family Suite. You can see some pictures here. It is 1,134 square feet. Balcony is 212 square feet. And it's this one right here, 1733. Not going to spend too much time on it. There's only one of them. That's it. Next is going to be the Royal Loft Suite. Again, there is only one of them. This one sleeps up to 6. It's 1,524 square feet, a balcony of 843 square feet. As you can see, this has this corner balcony right here. Again, only one of them. Not going to spend too much time on it. Next is the Star Loft Suite. The Star Loft Suite is category TL. There's 2 of them. They sleep up to 4. They are 722 square feet with a balcony of 410 square feet. So there are 2 of them. I'm going to spend a little bit of time. So you'll see here, 1722 is just solely an ocean view balcony. So you'll see here, You can see, let's take a picture of, there it is. There's the ocean view balcony. That's all you're going to get. It's still going to be amazing, but that is all you're going to get. Now for $17.24, it is a corner. So you can see here, so you're going to have the ocean view on this side, and then you're going to be able to look over a lot of the ship. So you'll have a little bit best of both worlds. You can see here, I believe that's Central Park. Right here, you can see the deck, so you'll see the mini golf, and then around the corner will be the ocean view. So of the two, I would definitely try and go for $17.24 if possible, just because you're going to get the best of both worlds as far as the balcony. But $17.22, would not mind getting that one either. And then finally, we're going to go down to the Crown Loft Suites, category L1. There's 29 of them. They sleep up to 4. They are 545 square feet with a balcony of 114 square feet. And you'll see right here, there's a bunch on either side, starboard and port side, and then you have this other ones that are going to overlook the ship. So really just depends on what your preference is. Do you want to overlook the ship? Here is Car Travel has great room tours. So here is one here. And so do you want to look over the ship, or do you want to be able to see the ocean? I really think it's just a personal preference. Here, 1714, just pictures of the staterooms. There's no pictures of the ocean, of the balcony. But I mean, it's pretty much going to be the same thing that you saw on these two. So just keep in mind, these are going to be ocean views, and these are going to be, you'll be able to see the ocean because you'll be able to see over, but your direct view will be of the deck, upper deck of the ship. Next is the 4-bedroom family suite, category VS. Again, this is only one of them. This one sleeps up to 14. Again, it's a 4-bedroom family suite. It is 1,142 square feet with a balcony of 476 square feet. It's the screen run right here on deck 12, as you can see. So it's dead center on the hump of the ship. Again, not going to spend too much time because there is only one of them. Next up, we're going to go down to the Aqua Theater Suite 2-bedroom. So as you'll see, there's two categories, A1 and A2. A1 usually means it's a better category. It will have a better location or a little bit larger. So it may be a little bit more expensive. Not always, but typically. These staterooms, they sleep up to 8. There's 6 of them, and they are different sizes. So I'm not going to read that here. And you'll see the A1s are on deck 8, and then the A2s are on decks 9 and 10. So you'll see here, the cabin size on deck 8 is 823 square feet plus a 772 square foot balcony. Deck 9, 739 square foot cabin with a 695 square foot balcony. And then deck 10 is 673 square foot cabin plus 610 square foot balcony. So obviously deck 8 is going to be larger, but that is a different category. But of A2, you will definitely 9 is going to be the larger stateroom. So of the two, I would definitely go on deck 9. So let's just take a look at them really quick. They're all on the aft because they do overlook the Aqua Theater. So this is the A1 category on deck 8, and then deck 9, you're going to see the 2 right here. This is the A2 category. And then deck 10, you'll see right here. So again, if price isn't that much of a difference, then definitely go to the A1 category on deck 8. If it's a significant savings, then maybe you want to go to A2 and get on deck 9. So definitely 9 is the better of these staterooms. And then we'll go down really quick to Aqua Theater Suite 1-bedroom category A3. You'll see they are on decks 11, 12, and 14. And again, deck 11 is 606 square feet with a 626 square foot balcony. Deck 12 is 562 square feet with a 589 square foot balcony. And then deck 14 is 604 square feet with a 631 square foot balcony. So decks 11 and 14 are very similar. 2 square feet, you're not going to feel the difference. And again, the balcony, 5 square feet with that size of a balcony is not going to make a huge difference. So I think between decks 11 and 14, I probably would want to be on deck 11 just because it's kind of midship, but I would, 14 would also be good. But I would Personally, I would go for deck 11, 14, and then 12 because 12 will obviously be the smaller ones of them. So let's just look at 11. So here is 11 right here. And then we're going to go up to deck 12. Oops, that's not deck 12, that's 11. So there's deck 12, and you can kind of see they do look a little smaller. And then deck 14, there you go. So I think 11 or 14, just keep in mind you're going to have a long walk, but you're going to have that beautiful view of the Aqua Theater. Next up is the owner suite, and it is category OS. They sleep up to 3, and they are 556 square feet with a balcony of 243 square feet. It says 10, 11, and 14, but they are also on deck 12. So we're going to start with deck 10, and they're all pretty much similar locations. It just depends on what you want to be close to. So here you have 10. There's 2 of them right on the hump. Going to be great. 11, again, there's 4 of them right on the hump. I would say 240 and 640 are going to be the best because they're going to have the entire hump of the balcony. Deck 12 is going to be 2 of them on this side. Again, 240 is going to be the better one just because it's right directly in the hump. And then you have 14. And then you have, again, 14 right here. So which one I would choose? I don't mind. Now, if you look on deck 15, you would be right below pretty much all the kids club, all of this right here. So that doesn't bother me. I've been under the pool deck. I've been under things. I've never had an issue with that. But if that is a concern for you, then you don't want to be on deck 14. Personally, I would want to be on deck 14 because one deck up, one deck up, we've got the sports pool, we've got the splash away bay, we're just close to everything. So we're really close to the pool deck. We don't have to worry about taking the elevator. We can just take the stairs up one flight. Also on deck 14, we have a child. I've talked about that before. There's Adventure Ocean. So it would be on the same level as Adventure Ocean, which is very, very convenient. We were in one time 14166. We had a guarantee. This was the stateroom that was assigned to us, and it was a great location. It was when my son was 3.5. We were so close. It was amazing. I actually believe that is our video. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, but we love being on the same deck as Adventure Ocean. So I think it just depends on your personal preference. As far as 10, there's not much on 10. You're pretty much middle of the ship. So it would probably be very quiet. Same thing with 11, going to be very, very quiet. Not really anything going on. So you're probably going to be taking the elevator if you're on decks 10 and 11. And then deck 12, maybe, but you got to take at least 2 flights of stairs to go anywhere. Okay, next up is the Grand Suite 2-bedroom category GT. There's only 4 of them. They sleep up to 8. There's 4 of these staterooms. There are 580 square feet with a balcony of 238 square feet. So these I think are amazing. So as you can see right here, they're pretty much midship, and they're going to be pretty much the same on each one. So again, I don't think either one is going to be close to anything. The only thing with deck 9 is I believe, so there you're on the same level as Dazzles, and then you're also only 1 flight up from Central Park. So if you wanted to go to the Park Cafe in the morning or go down to the Rising Tide Bar, you could easily just come out of your stateroom, go down this flight of stairs, and you'd be right at Central Park. So I think if I had my choice, I'd probably be on deck 9, given these Grand Suite 2 bedrooms. But again, any of them are going to be amazing. Okay, now we're at the Grand Suite 1-bedroom category GS. They sleep up to 3, 42 cabins, 371 square feet with a balcony of 105 square feet. And they are on decks 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. So again, this is really going to be which deck you want to be on. So let's talk about what's on each deck. So on deck 6 is going to be the Boardwalk. To me, this would be my personal preference. I would choose to be on deck 6. The reason being is you literally come out, you're right at the Boardwalk. A lot happens on the Boardwalk. It's just a really great place to be close to. Then you also you can come out and then you're just this little flight of stairs and you're on the Promenade. So then you have the Promenade on deck 5. and you are close to all of these. So very, very close to everything on the promenade. So deck 6 for a lot of things, and you'll hear me repeat this, is that I think deck 6, when you have a choice on these types of staterooms, deck 6 is very, very convenient to a lot of things. Going up to deck 7, there are 6 of them. The 250 and 650s are going to be the best because they're a little bit of a hump, going to give you a little bit more of a balcony. But as far as convenience, there's nothing on this deck, so you're going to have to be either taking the elevator or the stairs. Now, deck 8. Deck 8 would be great. Again, 250 and 650 are going to be the ones that are going to be on the hump. However, you will see it's on the same level as the Central Park. So you have Central Park, so you could literally come out here and be right next to the elevator and stairs. So if you wanted to be closer to the elevator and stairs, then I would choose 260, 660, or if you wanted maybe just a little bit of a larger balcony, 250 and 650 really is not going to make much of a difference. Deck 9 is a pretty much standard stateroom deck. So as far as convenience, 250 and 650 are going to give you a little bit more of a balcony. 260 and 660 are going to be closer to the elevators and stairs. But on this deck, you're pretty much going to be taking the elevators or stairs at any time. Deck 10. Deck 10, again, same thing. Same thing goes as deck 9. Let's go to deck 11. Again, very similar. Pretty much same staterooms. It's just now you're a little higher. And then on deck 12, again, pretty much same staterooms. Now you are on the same level as Wonderland, but you're probably not going to be eating Wonderland all but once. So unless they do have a very cool bar, so it's a really cool place to go to get to the bar, but I don't think it's going to be some place where you're going to be spending a lot of time. And then finally, deck 14. So deck 14, there's only 2 of them. So again, deck 14 would be another choice for us. I think I would probably want to be on deck 6 because it'd be closer to everything. However, deck 14 is very convenient for us because again, it's on the same level as Adventure Ocean and it's very convenient to the stairs and the elevator. So for us, we would probably be toss up between deck 6 or deck 14, whichever was available. And then after that, probably deck 8. And then if that wasn't available, then we would go kind of highest down. So we would go 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, and then, or 9 and 7. Okay, now we're looking at the junior suites, categories J3 and J4. They sleep up to 486 staterooms, 287 square feet with a balcony of 80 square feet. And on deck 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. So we're going to start on deck 6. Again, same thing goes that I talked about earlier as far as convenience. Deck 6 is going to be the most convenient. Now, these are not as convenient as, let's say, the Grand Suites because they're just not as close to the elevator and stairwell. However, they're more midship. As you can see, they're right on the hump. So they're right on the hump. So they're really in between a lot of things. So it really just depends on what's more important to you. Again, I think 6 is a great deck because it's just convenient to so many things. Going to deck 7, not as convenient. There's a lot more staterooms. Obviously, I would probably try to get near the 248, 648, 644. Obviously, these are all on the hump. But I would try to get near the elevator or staircase if possible. And then going to deck 8. Deck 8, you'll see here. Again, this is going to be on the same level as Central Park. Now, just keep in mind, to get to Central Park, you do have to walk around to where you see the elevator. So that's where the entrance is. It's not like you can just walk across and then go around and then all the way up here. So very convenient if you like to be on Central Park. This would probably be my 3rd deck choice if I had my choice. And then we're going to go up to deck 9. Deck 9, again, purely a stateroom deck and very quiet if that's what you're looking for, but you will be taking the stairs and elevators. And the same thing goes for deck 10. For deck 10, there's not as many a selection, so I would try and go for 236 or 636. These are going to give you the larger balcony. Deck 11, here we go. We've got 4 right here. Again, 236, 636 are the ones you're looking at. And then on deck 12, you'll see here, again, 236, 636 are the ones that you're going to be looking at. And then deck 14. So deck 14, again, 236, 636, those are the ones. Now, deck 14, it's really a toss-up between decks 6 and 14. 14 is going to be closer to Adventure Ocean, which we will be going a lot. My son loves Adventure Ocean, so between deck 6 and deck 14, I think it's really a toss-up, but I think you can't go wrong with either or. Next up is the family balcony stateroom, or this is also called the ultra spacious balcony. This is category 1A. This is the family stateroom that sleep up to 6. It says 7, but I believe there's only 5 on this ship. I believe that's a typo. And these are the ones that have the bunk beds. I love these staterooms if you can get them and if they're not overpriced. Sometimes they are a lot. Sometimes they're not, they're just a little bit more money, and sometimes they are a lot more money. We just booked the Oasis for 2023, and it was $1,000 more to book an ultra spacious, so we did not book it. So you can see here, this is going to give you a kind of an overview of the stateroom, but you'll see here, and you'll see right there, there is the bunk bed. So that's what these staterooms are so great about, is because they do have the bunk beds. Again, if you want to link this video, you can go to cruisestateroom.com and you will be able to find these videos and these pictures as well. This one right here is a handicap, so I'm not going to spend too much time, but if you look at the floor plan, you can see that there's bunk beds right at the beginning. So these staterooms are considerably larger. They're made for families, very, very convenient. So really just depends on price. Or if you have a family of 5, this might be a stateroom that you need to get. Just keep in mind, you are only getting 1 bathroom. So it might be better to get 2 connecting balconies, but this is one way that you could get everybody into 1 stateroom. But again, if you're a family of 6, you're still only going to get 1 bathroom. Next, we're going to look at the Boardwalk Balcony staterooms. These are category 1I and 2I, and they're on decks 8 through 14. So we're going to start on deck 8, and deck 8 is the deck I would say I would not recommend. The reason being is you're going to only be essentially, the boardwalk is on deck 6, and you're going to be fairly close to the boardwalk. So I think that's just a little too close for me. I wouldn't, you sit there, you have your coffee, have a glass of wine. Maybe you like being that close to the people on the boardwalk. Personally, I wouldn't like that. I think that's a personal preference. But so deck 8, and again with the boardwalk is, I don't think I would want to be this far. Now, at one point I was on deck 11. This was on, I believe it was Oasis or Allure. I can't remember, but we were in 11329. Now, it wasn't a bad stateroom. It was actually pretty nice. However, this was before they put in the Ultimate Abyss, and that really takes away a lot of your view. And I just can imagine you hearing screaming every time people are flying. Now we could watch the dive show from our balcony. However, we really enjoyed the dive show from the actual audience. So we never really did watch it from our balcony. But so if you are going to be choosing a boardwalk balcony stateroom, I would try and maybe get somewhere close, because this is just going to be a very long walk. Now, if you want to be close to the Aqua Theater, you want to be close to, see everything, and you don't mind the walk, then these are fine. But just keep in mind, these are going to be a very long walk. So that's deck 8. We're just going to go through these really quick. There's nothing really that stands out on them. There is deck 9, deck 10. Here is, so I think this one has a really good picture. Yes. So this one has a really good picture kind of the Ultimate Abyss and what it's going to look like from your balcony. Again, I don't know if I would like that or not. I think it's just, again, personal preference. And then you have deck 11. Again, I was in 11329 once on the Oasis or Allure, and didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't, we would prefer, I think we would prefer Central Park, but we did miss having an Oceanview balcony. If we wanted a balcony, we would probably only book Oceanview in the future. Next up is deck 12. So deck 12 is here. And now deck 12 is one more is going to be one more higher, below than the last one, which is 14. Now 14, you'll see here, I believe is the, let's see if we can see the balcony. And, it's a really nice view over here. So I think these are pretty nice. But there is the, see, that's a pretty nice view. So I think if I was going to get a boardwalk balcony, being a little higher up and a little further back, I don't think I would want this ultimate abyss right in front of our face. Plus, being this side, you'd be closer to the elevator stairs and just a little bit more more midship than being all the way back here. So those are the boardwalk balconies. Next up is the Central Park balconies. They are categories 1J and 2J, decks 10, 11, 12, and 14. And here there are a couple special staterooms. So you'll see here, you'll see here that these right here, 229 and 629, are double wide balconies. This cabin has a double wide balcony. So let's see, there's a picture here. And yes, there you have it. These have a double wide balcony, basically because this space is right here. So you're basically having the space of, two balconies. So this is on every deck. So on 10, 11, 12, and 14, staterooms 229 and 629 are the ones that have a double wide balcony. Now, of these 4 decks, which would I choose? I've talked about this before, be on deck 14 because we would be close to the Adventure Ocean. So you'll see here, now we don't have a picture. I don't think of here, but you'll see this one has a double wide balcony. Now this one is next to an interior stateroom. It doesn't look like it's connecting, but it is interior. So if you were traveling with another party, you could be next to each other, but it doesn't look like it is connecting. So of the 4 decks, I would choose deck 14. But again, I think either one, any of these are going to be great. Decks 12, 11, and 10. Now, if those aren't available, where would you choose? I would just try to choose, I would probably want to be closer to the Park Cafe. Again, I want to be closer to the elevator and the and Adventure Ocean side because we will be spending a lot of time there. So I would probably try to choose this side. Plus, when you go down to Central Park, the Park Cafe is closer to this side. So you literally just walk through and the Park Cafe is right here. So I would choose to be towards this side, toward the side of 177 if the double wide balcony wasn't available. And then again, that just because you'd be closer to the elevator and the staircase whenever you wanted. Next up are the balcony staterooms. These are the Oceanview balconies. So it says spacious balcony, but these are actually spacious and just regular balconies. So the spacious ones are the 1C and 2C. These are the ones that are going to have the larger balconies. These are the ones that are on the hump. And then you have 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, and then CB. So it gives you some information here as far as the different, there's some of them might have the sofa near the balcony, the layout changes. Some handicapped staterooms might have a small chair bed instead of a sofa bed, some things to consider. So we're going to start on deck 6. And again, these are on deck 6 through 14. And same thing still applies, but we're going to go through them really quick. So you'll see here in the middle. So I'm going to not spend too much time on these 1C, 2C. You're going to be paying for a larger balcony. They're probably going to have a prime location because they're going to be on a hump. So they're all going to be pretty center. You're going to pay a little bit more money. Depends on how much that is worth it for you. But if you also are considering doing a royal up, and you wondered why the spacious balcony category is an upgrade, well, this is why. It's probably going to be very mid location and also have a larger balcony. So then we're going to look at all the other balconies. So you'll see these balconies here. This is 3D, 4D. This is the CB. These are 1D and 2D. So obviously these are more midship, these are not. So of these, if you were looking and the only thing that were available on 3D and 4D are these here. And then you could pay a little bit more money and get these, absolutely spend the money and get here. Reason being is this is just going to be a very long walk. And it's one thing if you're on an Aqua Theater, suite, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and you've got the extra space, you might not mind walking all that space. But if you're just in a regular balcony stateroom, I don't want to walk all that way just for a balcony. So if it's between, paying a little bit of extra money, now there could be a lot more money. Then it just matters of what's important to you. But just kind of keep that in mind, that it's just really location. So, but the difference between here and here is really nothing. So again, deck 6 is one of my favorite balconies because it's got so much going on. Again, it's got the boardwalk. So these staterooms right here, you could literally come out and just walk into the balcony, and you can walk into the balcony, and then you'll go through and you'll see these staterooms right here. And then you have the Vitality Cafe. And then also you look down here and you can go to the Promenade. So let's say you come out here, you go to the Promenade. And that goes for any of these staterooms. Now on this side, you'll see over here is the elevator. So of deck 6, I would want to be more on the aft. And if that was a choice, then I would want to be on the aft on deck 6. So that's deck 6. Deck 7 is pretty much just a stateroom deck. So you'll see here, again, try to avoid being at this side just because you're going to be walking a lot. But over here, 720, 70, 76, 70, these are really great locations, really close to the elevators. And then the same thing here. You have a difference between 1D, 2D, so 71, 66, and then 71, 60. Not going to be much of a difference in price. In price, but not in location. So this could be a couple $100, but really it's only 4 staterooms down. Going up to deck 8. Now, again, deck 8 is a great location because you're on the same deck as Central Park. Now, this is where it might be beneficial to not be on the hump and not be in the 1C, 2C category, because if you want to be near the Park Cafe, you could be an 8160, come out, and then you could just come out to the Park Cafe. Very, very convenient. Again, I would think if I were on deck 8, I would probably want to be on this side over here. But again, either side, this side also is going to be close to the entrance, just to the other side of the Central Park, Deck 9, here you have, again, this is pretty much just a stateroom deck. So really it's just trying to get central locations near the elevator and near the stairs. And then deck 10, looking at deck 10, we'll see, look, again, staterooms, pretty much, that's all it is, be near the elevators and the stairs. Deck 11, same thing. Oh, that's deck 10. Deck 11, pretty much the same thing. Now here you have a little bit more. Again, I would try and be on this side because this side is going to have the ultra spacious balconies. So you have these right here. But if you wanted to be near the other elevator, you could go on this side on the aft. Now deck 12, again, same thing. You got Wonderland elevators. And then deck 14. So deck 14 is where we were when we were in a balcony. Now we did a guarantee and we were assigned 14166. So it was a handicapped accessible stateroom. I believe that's my picture. So that is my video. And there's my son. So this is my picture. We were assigned the stateroom and it was nice to have the extra space, but it was a handicapped accessible. So, we did have some, this can kind of get wet. So we just put towels. It was only a 3-night, trip. So it was fine. And having the extra space with a toddler was actually pretty nice. We would never choose to book a handicapped accessible. And this, just kind of keep that in mind. But being that close to the Adventure Ocean really convinced us that we want to be close to Adventure Ocean. So if I were to book this category again, I would try and get either 14160, 14, 50, 60, or if the 1D, 2 key category wasn't too much more, then I would try and get on this side. Just being so close to Adventure Ocean was very, very convenient. So now if there were only staterooms on 14, but everything was in the aft, then I would probably try and get on deck 6 in the aft. So forward, I would try and get on deck 14 to be close to Adventure Ocean. However, if there were none, everything was available just on the aft, then I would try and get deck 6. So I think with anything, it's just a matter of think about where you're going to spend the most time. Is it going to be the pool deck? Is it going to be the Windjammer? Is it going to be Adventure Ocean? Promenade, the Boardwalk, Central Park, where do you think you're going to be spending the most amount of time? And then try and get a stateroom that's convenient to that, whether it's close to that side of the elevator, so whether it's the aft elevator, the forward elevator. That's what you really want to think about, because everybody's different. Everybody are going to be spending time different places. So whatever is going to be closest for your family, that's where you want to try and get your stateroom convenient to that location. Now we're moving to the Oceanview staterooms, and the first is going to be the Ultra Spacious Oceanview, Category 1K. This is the family Oceanview staterooms. They sleep up to 6. These are the ones with the bunk beds. There's 8 of them, and they are all on deck 11, and they are all forward. So keep in mind, if you are concerned about movement, this may not be where you want to be. Now, there are no pictures of 11-100 and 11-500. You may be able to find pictures of these staterooms on the Oasis, on the Allure, or even the Harmony. So keep in mind of that. Then you have the 6 on the side, the best staterooms in this category by far. So these would probably be my least favorite. The next are going to be my favorite is absolutely going to be 11-128 and 11-528. These are going to give you the most room. They also have a walk-in closet. So here are the bunk beds, and let's see, these are pictures from Royal Caribbean. There's a really great video of 11-128 on the Oasis. So go to that. Really great video that someone did. You will see the walk-in closet that these, now the 128 and 528 have the walk-in closet. So, but these are the best 2 in this category. Now, I still think they're going to be a great category. So 11-134, you can see this video here. It is a really great stateroom. I won't click on it here, but it is available if you wanted to see it. But of these 8 staterooms, my first choice would be 11-128 and 11-528. Then after that, any of these 4, and then the 1100, the 100 and the 500 would be my last 2, but I still think they are great staterooms. Now we're moving on to the regular Oceanview staterooms, and you can see 1N, 2N, 3N, 4N, and they are on decks 3 through 11. Now, always the lower number means it's a better stateroom. So 1 and 2N are going to be the better staterooms. However, they are in the lower decks, and that's because they're all going to be midship. So let's go down, and if I were picking an Oceanview, I would probably, and it wasn't the Ultra Spacious, I would try and get on one of these on deck 3. They're just going to be very, very centrally located. If you ever have a problem with movement, seasickness, then this is maybe where you want to be. You can see these staterooms. There, let's see if we can get a good picture of the actual stateroom. So, you are going to be closer to the water, but you're just going to be very, very central. You're going to be on the same deck as the main dining room, but then you're also going to be in between both of the elevator banks. So that, I think, is the best location for if you're going for an Oceanview, because it's just going to be very, very central. And then you're also not going to probably have a problem with movement. Moving on to deck 7. So now everything is going to be, I believe it's a yellow. So let's just make sure the color. Yes, they're all going to be yellow. So they're all these yellow staterooms here. So of these, you'll see they're all the way forward, right? All the Oceanviews are all the way forward. I don't think there's any in the back. Nope, they're all forward. So I believe with all of these 3N and 4Ns, all the Oceanviews are going to be all the way forward. Again, this is a very, very large ship. So if you were choosing an Oceanview, I don't think this is the best, because it's just going to be a very, very long walk. Now the staterooms are pretty nice. You've got the window right there, the porthole. So really nice stateroom. It's just, remember, you're going to be walking a lot from here. So if you were going to be getting that, I would try and just get closer to as close to midship as you can. It's still forward. Going on to deck 8, again, all the way forward right here. So again, very forward. So I would just try and be closer to this side. Now, again, with deck 8, you're going to be on the same deck as Central Park. So it's a little bit more of a walk to Park Cafe, but you are there. So if you were choosing this, then I would maybe go on deck 8. Going to deck 9, again, deck 9 here. Let's see if there's some good pictures. I think that's just a video. Yes, there's just a video here. You can kind of see it. And then we're going to go down to deck 10. Deck 10 right here. Let's see if there's some pictures here. You can see a good picture of the stateroom. So, it's a porthole, decent sized stateroom, pretty standard, nothing special, very convenient. It's just, you're going to be walking. And then deck 11, I believe deck is 11. So again, here are the forward. Now I believe these are going to have slanted windows in the front. Let's see. Yes, you're going to have slanted. So that might give you a little bit of extra space. This one has the closet door open. So these might give you a little bit of extra space on this side. But again, if I were choosing an Oceanview, I would try and get on deck 3. And I believe deck 11 is, yes, deck 11 is the last one. So Oceanview, I would probably, if I were going to do the 3N and 4N, then I would probably do deck 8 and try and get over on this side. But in reality, I would try to get on deck 3 to be more midship. Next up, we're going to the family interior. This is the ultra spacious interior now, category 1R. These are all on deck 11. There's only 4 of these staterooms. These are the ones that have the bunk beds. They sleep up to 6. So let's go up to deck 11. And again, these are going to be all the way forward. So if that is something that is concerning to you, then maybe this is not what you want to do. But again, they're all going to be very similar. Just 149 is going to be closer to more midship. So that's pretty much it. It's just going to be considerably larger than a regular interior. Plus you're going to get these 2 extra beds. So if you're a family of 3 or 4 and you can get one of these staterooms, very, very convenient. Now, if you're a family of 6, that's a tight space because you're only getting 1 bathroom. So if you have a family of 6, you might want to consider just maybe getting 2 interior staterooms connecting rather than getting this because you're going to get an extra bathroom. However, if you're a family of 3 or 4, these bunk beds might be, just convenient and having that extra space. I only have 1 kid, so that's all I can relate to. So those are the 4 staterooms. Again, I would choose 149, I think is the best. So next up is the Central Park View Interior Category 2S. There are 78 of these staterooms. They sleep up to 3, and these staterooms are actually a little bit larger than the regular Central Park Balcony staterooms. They're 199 square feet. So they're all on deck 9, and basically they're in between the Central Park on deck 8 and then the first one of the balcony on deck 10. So that's what these are. So it's all these pink ones here. And let's see if we can get a picture of the stateroom. And you'll see the reason why it gives you a little bit of extra room is it has this little bench here right near kind of like a little day bed. Something nice to sit. You can kind of look out the window. I think these are a really great option, especially if you are on a budget, because you're going to get some sunlight. You're going to have an interior view, but it's actually going to be sunlight. You'll get the tranquility of Central Park. And it's actually a little bigger than a regular, balcony stateroom. So very, very nice staterooms. I think these are a great option. Now, where would I personally prefer to be? Again, I would prefer to be on this side. Several reasons. One, again, go down the stairs. You're really close to Park Cafe, get some coffee in the morning. And then also this is the side of Adventure Ocean, so I've talked about. But I think any of these are going to be fantastic. I think these are really great options. And again, is going to be a really great option for an interior because you're going to be able to get some sunlight, a view, but at an interior price. Another great option in the interior category is the Promenade View Interior, category 2T, deck 7. So we're going to go up to deck 7. Now there's only 18 of these staterooms. So you'll see right here. And now there are a couple here on the Promenade View. They are of the Boardwalk. So I don't know personally if I would choose to have this. You do have this porthole, but it's of the Boardwalk, and the Boardwalk is only down one. So I don't think I would choose that. I would probably choose the one of the Promenade. So here is the Promenade View over here. I think it's also just a better location. Let's see if we can get some views of the actual room. So yeah, so it's overlooking Boleros. I just think this is a better location as far as the Promenade. You're a little bit higher up to see the Promenade. So, because the Promenade is on deck 5, so you're not right on it, where over on these, you are just one deck up. So, of these, I would definitely choose the ones of the actual Promenade View. And I think I would just try and get closer to the side so that you'd be close to the elevator. Okay, and finally, we are at the interior category. Categories 4U. The 4U are the ones with the virtual balcony. 1V, 2V, 3V, 4V, and CI. CI are the connecting. So you'll see they are on decks 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. But there's something really important to see. So here's some important size information. The aft inside cabins on decks 7 through 14 are 149 square feet, when normally they are 172 square feet. So that's 23 square feet difference. That doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're only talking about 172, 149 square feet, that's going to make a big difference. So it's considerably smaller. If you're a couple, probably not going to be a big deal. But if maybe you have a child, that could be a problem. So, and then staterooms, these right here, these numbers, these are all forward. These are also 149 square feet. So something to consider, but we're going to go through each deck and we're going to start with deck 3. So we'll go back up to the ship. And we're going to start on deck 3. Again, I think these are really great. Deck 3 is really great. I think when you're doing the interior and the Oceanview staterooms, being on a lower deck is fine. It can be very convenient. If you're, trying to save money, these are going to be very convenient. And so you have now these staterooms here. I still haven't been able to get a picture of these. I'd be curious if 38, 58 might be just a little bit larger given what it looks like here. I really don't know, but I think these are really great options for staterooms. Now we're going to go up to, I believe it was 6 was the next stateroom. Yes, so here we have some forward. These ones here that are blue, these are going to be the ones with the virtual balcony. So basically it's like every other balcony is going to virtual balcony, every other interior is going to be a virtual balcony. And then these two right here are connecting. So you'll see also here, there's 2 right here. These, I believe, are standard size. These were not considered at 149, so I think these are really great. Again, really great location, prime, right next to the boardwalk. So I think these are probably the best bang for your buck in an interior stateroom. Really great central location, right near the boardwalk, and it's going to be a regular size. Now you're going up to deck 7. So it's deck 7, these aft. These are the ones that are 149 square feet. So keep that in mind right there. Then we're going to go forward. And you'll see now here. Now, all of these are going to be standard size. These right here, 71, 112, 114, 512, and 514. These are the ones that are smaller. These are 149 square feet. So I would avoid those if possible. And if you were trying to do it, I would try and get down here. Now, even if you need a connecting, these 2 right here are connecting. So you may not need to book a connecting stateroom. You could possibly book these 2 right here. So that's where a really good travel agent can help you out. Going up to deck 8. So again, let's start back at the aft. These 4 right here are going to be smaller size. I would avoid them if possible. And again, these 4 on right here are also going to be smaller. Again, I think these interior right here is going to be the ticket as far as a prime location. Deck 9, going back to the aft. Again, these 8 right here are going to be 149 square feet. I would avoid those. And then these, I believe it's I'd have to look at the numbers again, but I know it's these two right here, and I believe it's these two or these four on each side, so two on each side. I believe those are the ones that are smaller. So again, I would try and get to the ones that are closer, more midship. Going up to deck 10, same thing, trying to get to here. And then the aft ones, these 8 are going to be smaller. Deck 11, these 8 are going to be smaller. Avoid those if possible. And then on these, again, there was 2 that it said like 279. I don't believe they're on the ship. I think that is from maybe Oasis, and those are not on the ship. I don't think they're on here. I'm not 100% sure, so I don't think I could find them. Yeah, I don't think they're no longer here. So I think that is a typo. So on those, again, I would just try and get to these staterooms right here. Those would be the best. And then deck 12. These are going to be fine. Probably 153, 553, pretty central location as far as closer to the elevator. And then this one right here, is probably even better because you're going to be really close to the elevator and pretty central location next to the stairs and elevator as well. And then in the back, these are going to be the 149 square feet. So again, avoid those if possible. And then deck 14, again, 149 square feet. Try to avoid those. Now here's some right here. These are very central location interior, and I believe those were on other side as well. So I believe they were on deck 12. Yes, so they're on deck 12 as well. So very, very central location as far as interior. I think the better bet for that would be on deck 14 because you'd be really central. But I would even try to get 14175 just because you'd be really close to the elevator and stairs. And if you have kids, very close to Adventure Ocean. So I've said it before, I said it again, love being near Adventure Ocean. So that is it. Those are my best and worst staterooms on the Symphony of the Seas. And there you have it. Those are my recommendations for the best and worst staterooms on the Symphony of the Seas. If you've watched this video or if you've had a stateroom before and you had a great stateroom or maybe a not so great stateroom, or if you have any recommendations, please put them in the comments below. Comments help other people when they're watching this video. They will read the comments. So if you have any recommendations, maybe you remembered a really great stateroom that you had, or maybe you had one that there was some issues with, definitely leave it in the comments below. It will definitely help others when they are watching this video. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.